Professor Tahmassian, thank you very much for being here at the Universidad Javeriana. And the first question we would like to ask you is, what would be your recommendation to the Colombian scientific community to become part of what you call the culture of responsibility?
First, let me thank you for the invitation. This is an honor to be here. And I would say that essentially continue doing what they have been doing so far, which is do the right thing. The culture of responsibility is really doing the research the right way with understanding of the proper techniques, but also what is for the good of the society.
However, you were saying that this should start in the undergraduate level.
I personally believe that because at the undergraduate level, we are starting the foundation of scientists who then go to the graduate and become sort of familiar with research and ultimately become the researchers and the scientists. That's a very good place to start with the culture. The sooner you start, the easier it is.
What will be your main message regarding ethics with research in humans?
The main message is that we need to recognize the respect for the individual and their independence and their ability to make a decision whether they want to participate in the research or not, and if they do they understand what that is and the risks. If we do that, that's the key message in participation of the human subjects.
And what about animals? You cannot ask them.
No, this is where it's a little bit different in that with animals, we take that ethical role upon ourselves to make sure that we are treating them in an ethical manner where the use of animals in research is absolutely necessary, and then with minimizing pain and distress to the animals because they cannot speak for themselves. We have to be their guardians.
Mm-hmm. And what has been your experience in these two processes?
I think that over the last 20 plus years, the scientific community has really recognized the importance of these ethical principles, and you have seen a significant increase in sort of the participation of the scientists in more ethical norms for the research. And it's also evidenced because we see more and more people are volunteering, especially in the medical field, for research studies, and that to me is an indication that the public is, sort of really accepting the concept of the protections which is being provided for their individual rights.
So speaking about public, scientists have a huge responsibility because lay people trust in science. What would be your message for scientists regarding this fact?
And that's an excellent question, and it is actually a blessing that we have such a high level of trust by the public. And this whole culture of responsibility is really to also preserve the trust of the public. And I would say that if we conduct our research honestly and we report the results honestly, we will continue to enjoy the benefit of public trust. And that it is critical for us, especially A, for the outcomes that we provide to the community that show that this is for the benefit, and B, for the continued support for the funding of the research. So my ultimate message is, let's continue to do this right, responsible, and report honestly and accurately.